So in this graduation, we have so many activities going on, so many presentations. The diploma is what you are going to see right now. Watch and enjoy yourself and see what the students have for us, what they have to impact on us, and drop your comments, whatever you think the part of the day.
Good afternoon and welcome to GBAM Newsline Studio here in Asaba. It is the 22nd of July 2023 and I am Emma Disomto Chuku.
And I am Joshua Kaljo. Thanks for joining us.
For the headlines, Nigeria 2023 election, Bola Tinubu sworn in as the President of Nigeria. Akpabio emerges 10th Senate President. Abbas elected Speaker of House of Representatives. Hilda Bassi breaks the Guinness World Record. GBAM, a new set of prefects has been inaugurated for the 2023/2024 academic session.
And now the details. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been sworn in as Nigeria's new president at the ceremony in Abuja. The 71-year-old comes to power following a disputed election and under pressure to quickly improve the economy and security in Africa's most populous country. Correspondent Jean Inyabigu has the report.
Bola Tinubu, the former Lagos State Governor, who is credited with helping increase the revenue base of the city-state Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital, has been sworn in as the country's new president. He took the oath of office from Chief Justice on Monday, 29th of May 2023 in Abuja, the capital. The 71-year-old veteran politician had promised in his first opening speech to run an inclusive government and ensure proper representation of women and young people. The development has caused mixed reactions across the country. While his supporters say he will replicate his success in diversifying Lagos State's revenue on the national stage, his critics say he enriched himself during his 2 terms in office as governor and cannot take Nigeria to the next expected level. Jane Enyabego reporting live, GBAM News.
Since former Akwa Ibom State Governor Godswill Akpabio was returned elected as the President of the 10th Senate after scoring 63 votes to defeat Senator Yari, who scored 46 votes. Correspondent Obasi Favor has the report.
Senator Godswill Akpabio 3 votes. Akpabio, who is the immediate past minister of Niger Delta Affairs and anointed candidate of All Progressive Congress (APC), defeated Governor Yari, who is also of the APC, in a keenly national contested election to emerge the Senate President and Chairman of the 10th National Assembly. Meanwhile, the senator representing the Kam North Federal District, Jibrin Barau, has emerged the Deputy President of the 10th Senate. Both Jibrin Barau and Akpabio have the support of President Bola Tinubu and leadership of the ruling APC. Owazeba Chioma reporting live, GBAN News.
Still on politics, Tajuddin Abbas has been elected as the new Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives. He polled 353 votes to emerge the winner of the speakership election. Former Deputy Speaker Idris Wasi and another contender for the Speaker of the House, Honorable Sani Jaji, scored 3 votes each. In his inaugural speech to members, Mr. Abbas said under his watch, the 10th House should sustain and even surpass the gains of the 9th House. He also promised to work with members to introduce reforms and innovations for the benefit of the country.
In the world of art and entertainment, Guinness World Record has officially announced Nigerian Chelfield Abasi as the new record holder for the longest looking marathon by an individual. Correspondent Kachiku Amanda has the report.
Guinness World Record has officially announced Abasi the new record holder for the longest looking marathon by an individual. The Guinness World Record in a post on its website stated that a thorough review of all evidence has confirmed that Hila Basi has officially broken the record of a longest cooking marathon by an individual with a time of 93 hours 11 minutes. The Guinness World Record has trimmed down his action in her attempt to set the record of 100 hours by deducting almost 7 hours from her final time because she mistakenly took extra minutes from one of her breaks earlier on in the attempt. The previous record of 7 hours 45 minutes was set by Latatondo from Asia. Kajuko Amanda Esther reporting like GBAM News.
At Great Beginning Academy and Montessori School, the following students have been inaugurated as prefects for the 2023-2024 academic session. Their names are Jane Inyabegu, Senior Prefect, Favor Obasi Choma, Sanitary Prefect, Choma Sunday Grace, Assembly Prefect, Denim Treasure, Library Prefect, Daniel Jimaima, Social Prefect, Ronald Emegene, Sports Prefect, Dominion Emodi, Timekeeper, and Akachuku John Luka, Assistant Timekeeper.
Those were the top series for this segment. That's all for today's Time Seasoning News. Once again, I am Emodi Somtochukwu.
And I remain Joshua Akaluja. Thanks for watching and do have a wonderful day.
So I need you to be attentive, follow the line of the argument so that you can contribute effectively. All is in JSS 1, heading for JSS 2, all right? He holds the title, a title reserved for the best performers in English language. So that is the English language chief for JSS 1. Please appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and the final speaker for the proposition team is Goodness Okunwa. He's a student of this one, a very bright lad. Applause for him. All right, of the opposition team, yes, speaker of the opposition team is Akachuku Joy Ndoka. She is in JSS 2 and she is also our Bell Prefect at school. The second speaker for the opposition team is Sunday Chioma Joy. Please welcome. Sorry. Chioma, please come to the stage. Thank you. This one, and she's in SS1 and she's also a labor prefect. All right, and the final speaker of the opposition team is Daniels Jimaima, SS1 social prefect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to announce your judges to you. But first, debaters, pay attention. Debaters, pay attention. Debaters, pay attention. For this event, your chairman will be your supervisor, Mrs. Isioma Gloria Okonji. She will be the chairman of this debate, so you address her accordingly. And then for the panel of judges, I have Mr. Andrew, who is the principal, Mrs. Chioma, who is the assistant head teacher, and Mrs. Amaka, where is she? Mrs. Amaka, the senior biology teacher. So these are the judges. They constitute the panel of judges for this debate. And for the timekeeper, we have Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris will be our timekeeper. And my humble self, I will be the moderator of this event. Okay, for the rules now. Please, debaters, pay attention. You will be called out, the lead speaker of the proposition team will be called out once. No other person will be called out. After she has spoken, the lead speaker of the opposition will proceed. Do you understand? Lead speaker proposition speaks. She is the only one that will be called to stage. Once she's done, the lead speaker opposition team stands and takes the stage to present her argument. Once she is done, the second speaker proposition team takes the stage. Debaters, are you listening? The second speaker proposition team takes the stage, and when it's done, second speaker opposition takes the stage. Now, the next person to speak will not be the third speaker proposition. It will be the third speaker opposition for the rebuttal, the countering of arguments. All right? And after she speaks, the final speaker of the proposition team presents his argument. Do you understand, debaters? Every speaker has only 1 minute to make their points because of time. You have only 1 minute to make your point, to impact your judges. All right? Are you ready? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, you will be making contributions at the end of this, so I urge you to pay full attention. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let the debate begin. I present to you, welcome her.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator, most accurate timekeeper, panel of incorruptible judges, Mr. Chairman, my fellow debaters, elected ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emma Chikaima, and I serve as leader of the affirmative team. The subject of our motion today is abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law. And I will be proposing with the following points. I was intrigued to learn that a fetus's heart starts to beat around 5 weeks of pregnancy. And since abortion was defined by the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary as the deliberate termination of a pregnancy at an early stage, as murder as the unlawful, premeditated killing of one human by another, abortion, therefore, is murder. Every human has a right to life, while a murder will terminate a full chapter before it is written. I wonder how the world would know the X-ray had William Roger been aborted. I wonder, dare I imagine a world without the telephone had Alexander Graham died of fetus? I wonder, it is my opinion that abortion is pure murder and should be prohibited by law. Thank you.
To the moderator, the chairman, esteemed judges, the timekeeper, my fellow competitors, members of the audience, I bid you a hearty good morning. I am Akachukwu Joy Unuka. I want to bring to your attention some of my thoughts in opposition of the motion that asserts abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law. The Holy Bible says that children are a blessing from God and every mother's joy. But is a baby's life more valuable than a mother's? At a time when pregnancy puts a mother in peril of her life, abortion, I believe, with utmost certainty, becomes necessary. Can a man be accused of murder in self-defense? Dr. Doe Law, a retired professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and former president of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, says that abortion is sometimes necessary to save the mother's life or to avoid serious medical complications, some of which include kidney disease, preeclampsia, a dangerous increase in blood pressure which can damage other organs, pulmonary hypertension, and uterine ectopic pregnancy, which causes the fertilized egg to implant itself in the fallopian tube instead of the womb, thereby threatening a rupture of the fallopian tube and subsequent eternal bleeding. Abortion and no abortion, no fetus can survive outside the uterus, so abortion becomes necessary to save the mother's life. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator, esteemed judges, accurate timekeeper,
co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Chukura, and I would like to begin by stating that I am proclaiming my support for the motion that abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law. Would you be surprised to learn that the only reason some mothers have for aborting a pregnancy is that it was a mistake or it will jeopardize their career? Needless to mention the numerous teenagers who engage in premarital sex simply because they have abortion as an option in case of pregnancy. Following the lead of the last opposition speaker, I would like to delve into academia to inform you that Stuart Derbyshire, a senior lecturer at the Singapore University, suggests that a fetus could feel pain at around 18 weeks of pregnancy. What a regrettable way to die. Agonized and unconsidered, betrayed by someone to someday become mother. Furthermore, the Center for Disease Control, CDC, reported a total of 620,377 abortions in the year 2020 in the USA alone. Also, the regional and global estimates of unwanted pregnancies and abortions revealed that roughly 121 million pregnancies occurred each year from 2015 to 2019, and 61% of those pregnancies ended up in abortion, which translates to 73 million babies killed, 73 million mothers, and 73 million abortions. Abortion is murder and should be abolished by law to deter young boys and girls from fornication and immoral practices. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Moderator, my panel of incorruptible judges, my accurate timekeepers, my co-debaters, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. I stand to oppose the motion which states abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law with the following points. Firstly, I believe that while many a mother seeks abortion because she does not want to be a parent, others choose to terminate because continuing a pregnancy could put their life in danger. Secondly, in the course of history, exists hard evidence and records of mothers who have died after being denied abortion due to anti-abortion laws. One of the most tragic was the death of Dr. Savita Halappavanar, a 31-year-old born in their 30s who died of infection and septic shock in 2012 in Galloway, Ireland, after being denied abortion owing to this country's anti-abortion laws, a law that renders husbands, widowers, and children motherless. Apart from those who have died, some survivors now live with different health conditions which develop in the course of the pregnancy in which they were forced to carry through denied abortion. So finally, I ask you, of what consequence is it to save a life in order to take another? I wonder. It is my firm belief that when a pregnancy puts a mother's life in jeopardy, abortion becomes a necessary solution. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Good day, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Moderator, esteemed judges, accurate timekeeper, my fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Jimaima. Please allow me to present my views in opposition of the motion that asserts abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law. My opponent stated in his recent argument that every human has the right to life, and I share the same opinion because that includes a mother too. Though I was alarmed by the alarming figure he referenced being associated done with abortion. I think the campaign, rather than being against abortion per se, should be against immorality and indecency, against the loss of values and illiteracy, and against everything that brings about unwanted pregnancies in the first place. The campaign should be for unconditional support to expectant mothers, rendering practical support to under-resourced families, and for praying for those facing unplanned pregnancies. So, I reiterate my teammates' questions. Should a man be accused of murder in self-defense? Of what consequence is it to save a life in order to take another? I shall leave you with these questions. Kindly think about them and let your sense of the judgment answer them. Thank you.
Today, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Israel Okunwa Agnes, and I stand to support the proposition which states abortion is murder and should be prohibited by law. My opponent cited medical condition as a valid reason for aborting pregnancy. So I asked them their favorite question. Of what consequence is it to save a life only to take another? One philosophical argument for the claim that abortion is gravely immoral is the personality identity argument, which states that if an organism that once existed has never died, then that organism still exists. I am an organism, therefore I am the organism that once existed in my mother's womb. Generally speaking, it is always wrong to kill me, and since I existed in my mother's womb, it is wrong to kill me at that time. What is true about killing me is true for everyone else. Therefore, it is wrong to kill anyone who lives or has lived in his mother's womb. Another is the impairment argument. Imagine that a woman, Mary, conceives a son, Bob, in August with a mental illness. Then we cannot say that Mary did anything to harm Bob. But suppose Mary waits a month and conceives another son, Bill, in October, and then takes a drug that causes Bill to have the same mental illness as Bob. Then we can say that Mary did something wrong. If it is wrong to cause a minor impairment, then it is also wrong to cause a major one. And death, we all agree, is the most severe impairment any person can suffer, whether as an adult, child, or fetus. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the debate. And very quickly, because of time, I will be taking only one contribution from parents. So if you're interested in contributing to this debate, you heard the topic, you heard the arguments, please, this is the time. Anybody? Any contributions? Out of everything they have said, if you have something to say to add, any suggestions, any support, any whatever, this is the time. Okay. If I'm not getting any contribution, I'll go straight to the judges. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because of time, the judges have decided to defer the announcement of the result because of time. They said, in due course, you will be duly informed who the winner of today's argument, today's debate was. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give a round of applause to our debaters. Thank you. You can return to your seats.
What is it that you cannot wait? They have to pull me out of my busy schedule for the day.
Madam, calm down. It's about your daughter, Clara.
My daughter? I hope nobody touched my precious daughter Sister Clara with that useless skin. If not, this school will not contain me and that stupid teacher.
Madam, have you noticed any funny behavior in Clara? She's behaving weird.
That's not my business. It's the business of the school. I pay the school to train my child. And if there's anything weird about my child, then you owe me some answers to your questions.
But you said we shouldn't.
You dare not.
And how do we instill discipline and drive away foolishness? Common within our age bracket according to Proverbs 22 verse 15.
Figure it out. At least that's what we pay for. Madam Administrator, is it the reason you called me?
We found a mark on your daughter's hand, popularly known as Gorilla Bite.
Gorilla Guinea.
We gather is a kind of initiation going on now among teens, and your daughter is the only student at the moment having the mark. We have invited you, be aware.
Maybe it's with epidermal issues, and I'm too busy for this. Madam Administrator, let the kid breathe.
Ma, yes, please, back to the district here. Thank you.
Hi, children, talking to me.
What children?
Don't do this.
Shut up! You got the gospel of our member.
Which member?
What with the gorilla band? Today will be your end. There's a message for that people out there like you.
May God forgive you, if not the constant measure wraps upon you and your generation.
Are you a Gobian? Are you a might? Are you a rugged gorilla? Are you a Gobian? Are you a biter? Are you a rugged gorilla?
I am a Gobian. I am a biter. I am a rugged gorilla. I am a Gobian. I am a biter. I am a rugged gorilla.
We go break your head. We go bust your brain. We go break your leg. Anybody want to try gorilla biter?
We go break your head. We go bust your brain. We go break your leg. Anybody want to stop gorilla biter?
Gorilla biter. All bow to the squad leader.
Gorilla fighters! Gorilla fighters!
We fight!
Gorilla fighters!
We fight anything to do with
We must remain focused. More like people are said, that you won't be revitalized, the more power we get. Gorilla fight the best of what comes in Nigeria. In the book of Gobian, it said that if the foundation of anything is damaged, what will become of the structure? We are the foundation of the structure of the structure.
Yes.
And everybody that wants to stop us will fight them and will fight them. Yes. Okay.
Let me question. That's my head superior. Some of our parents are getting more concerned. A girl report from our school today.
For me, my mom does not care. She thinks it's one of those stages a child must undergo before becoming an adult. She's too engrossed to her work to find out that becoming a dragon who one day drown her up. But my main concern is that schools are making more sensitizing activities to create awareness about us and how not to join us.
See, as for me, any mother that says that child must stay up all night serving punishment, must be ready to stay up all night monitoring him or her. Now so, the friend of any goat does not stop it from being fried in the market. No matter what, we cannot be deterred. Nobody can stop us. Yes, we have come to stay. Yes. The book of Philippians says that if a man gives out the days of trouble, his faith is small. Is our faith there? No. Not in out? No. Therefore, we will meet here 7 market days to help us to strategize. But before that, we have somewhere to be. Let's go.
Mommy, you're back. I need a glass of water. Please give me a glass of water. Look at the water. Ruby, my child, I want you to tell me, what about the gorilla bike saga making the rounds? My darling mommy, I was going to clean everything to sensitize us students not to be part of that operation. Mommy, do you know the rate of teachers every day? It does not make sense to me. Someone who dedicates himself to making students become their best, or measly take home salary that hardly food to pay these days. Does it make sense? Not at all, my child. It doesn't make sense at all. Do you know that that's such an open check course? What is open check course, Mom? Okay, you see. When a student lays his or her hand on his or her teacher for any so-called reason, he or she automatically places an embargo on him or herself. What does that mean, Mom? In life, a student could never reach or exceed a level a teacher has attained. It is the prayer of every father for his child to be greater than they. Same goes with every teacher. But if the student decides to go otherwise, the law of nemesis catches up with him or her. Mom, most of those parents are very rich. I can pay for anything. The law of nemesis works like the law of gravity. No matter how one tries to push a constant up, it goes down even the more. Even if it takes removing all the backbone of the child to keep them on the ground, no matter how wealthy you are, even if you can buy the whole world with your money, or you lie, Bobby, I tell you lie! Father, what are you doing here? Your mother is telling you go and put tails.
Sonny E, who likes money for beer? That says beer is bitter.
Mom, tell her, listen, I'll take this and rain, and I'll become a doctor, and my guy will be
lawyer, baron, and even picture Mr. President.
Look at some of our politicians. Do you know how many people they have killed? Yes, they give advances successful in politics. But some of them were recently inaugurated. Are they still on grounds? Of course not.
They are poor now. They want to be wretched because of their mentality.
Who are they calling poor and wretched? Who do you think is poor and wretched? Just take a look at yourself. Take a look. See how you're looking like dogs. Before I close and open my eyes, leave this place.
That's if you are able to open them again.
I need blood! Blood! I need blood! Look, can I have a finished business? You get my business certificate in school. You get my here. And then to start every time. You can find out.
They don't know now that the legs are not crooked. That crooked eyes are watching them.
Tell them! Don't sign that. Do you hear that? The words of the word. I know this fictitious motivational speeches. I'm going to put stories. Your poverty-stricken mother is knocking your head with.
Look at them now. See at them there. Just they like okra. You know now, when okra talk about Fiona like this, but the man is going right.
Don't find out. This computer are forced to send their child to private school to charge money. Even mad people strive to send their children to private school these days. I need blood! Blood! I need blood! Ruby, I swear if you dare imagine student in our school, I will kill you that day. Mark my words. Let's go.
May God forgive this generation. Let's go inside, please.
No, I need like 10. I'm going to share it. No, the ceremony is next week. I said 10. 5 will not be enough.
It's not me.
Okay, just mix the colors. No, it's the wedding ceremony I'm going for. Yes, senators will be there. Yes. Okay, no. No, alright, increase it to 20. Because there will be many people there and I have to share it. Give me some minutes, I'll call you back. Clara, the caregiver thinks you saw condom in your bag. Oh, that one. Waiting for a practice now. I said that school is not influencing you positively. They keep complaining, yes, they are because of everything.
Mom, I'm tired of that school. They're not making me live the kind of life I desire to live.
Don't worry, dear. I will change your school next time.
Yes, you're the best one in the entire world.
Lest I forget, I saw your uniform stained with blood. What happened?
Mom, it was a minor issue. I handled it.
Okay, if you say so.
Yes, I say so, sweet mom.
Go in and get dressed. I'm going to take you to the latest spot in town.
Wow! But dad's at home.
Your dad is nothing but a mere vegetable. Come on, go do as I say.
Thank you, mom.
That is very nice.
Good day, madam.
Good day.
Please, are we in the house of Miss Open Fancy Clara?
Yes, how can I help you?
It depends. I am Sergeant Sandra. I am Inspector Sandra and this is Sergeant Musa. We are here to arrest Miss Clara for allegedly killing a male student and for not joining our cult. Some of her members are in our custody now.
Clara, my daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
She cannot do so. Let me call her Clara.
Mom, I want that though.
Clara. Hold on. Did you kill anybody?
I don't kill anybody now. Let's go.
Come at all. Your daughter has been arrested.
That's all. That's the man and the husband. After something
I've been in the police station for a while. Yes, at least they deserve it. They're keeping this thing. They keep. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Fine.
Madam, please, we are deeply sorry for all the embarrassment by Clara and her gangs the other time. We heard they will be sent to remand home till they turn 18 before taken to prison.
So what about their parents?
Too busy, I guess, to do their homework, and while we do ours, they keep interfering. This is the result of parental negligence. Congrats, Ruby. Congrats, Clara. Hey, God. Congrats. Congrats, Ruby. You have been offered scholarship by many organizations to study any point in life.
Thank you, ma'am.
Again, this is the result of This is the result of parental commitment to their children at home and why they allow the teachers to do their job at school. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm really grateful. I must commend this school for their hard work. I'm really grateful.
It's nothing, ma'am. So, Ruby, what do you have to say to the people watching now?
Parents, you not say you should allow us your children, but not to a fault. Work with the school where we spend most of our time, and with the management to come up with better ways to raise this problem. Be observant and watch our every move. Children, we should take the pressure to with our parents and teachers as they do their best to instill discipline in us.